In this Muslim publication, A Brief Illustrated Guide to Understanding Islam, it says in chapter 1, not one letter of the Quran has been changed over the centuries. In fact, the Quran itself claims in chapter 15 verse 9, وَإِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا الذِّكْرَ وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ, which means, verily we, meaning Allah, it is we who have sent down the dhikr, meaning the Quran, and surely we will guard it from corruption. Notice the footnote at the bottom. It says, it is a clear fact that more than 1,400 years have elapsed, and not a single word of this Quran has been changed. In this video, I will expose and refute those claims. The truth is, there are actually many Arabic Qurans, and yes, we can rightfully refer to them as different versions. I have two versions right here. This one is the reading of Asim, transmitted by Hafs, and it's the most popular Quran used today. This one is the reading of Abu Amr, transmitted by Ad-Duri, used in Africa, particularly in Sudan and parts of West Africa. For the rest of this video, I will simply refer to these Qurans as either Hafs or Duri. I will now display variants from these different Qurans to prove the Muslim claims are wrong. I've taken pictures, labeled them according to the Quran version, with chapter and verse number, and I've underlined the variants for you in blue. Please note the Hafs and Duri Qurans follow a different verse numbering system, but the variants displayed here are actually the same verse in the same chapter. So let's begin. Variant number 1. Quran chapter 2 verse 271 says, if you disclose your charitable expenditures, they are good, but if you conceal them and give them to the poor, it is better for you. And He will remove from you some of your misdeeds thereby, and Allah, with what you do, is fully acquainted. Now let's read the Arabic. إن تبدوا الصدقات فنعما هي وإن تخفوها وتؤتوها الفقراء فهو خير لكم ويكفر عنكم من سيئاتكم والله بما تعملون خبير. Notice here the Hafs Quran says, He will remove, or yukaffir. But the Duri says, we will remove, nukaffir. In the Hafs Quran, the variant is a third person masculine singular imperfect verb, but in the Duri Quran, it's a first person plural imperfect verb. Notice also, according to these two readings, these two words begin with different letters. The letter Nun in the Duri Quran, nukaffir, and the letter Ya in the Hafs, yukaffir. So this is an example of an actual consonantal difference that changes the meaning of the word. In addition, this variant actually leads to a serious theological problem. You see, Islam teaches that when Allah speaks in the plural we, He does so to express His power, because plurality expresses more power than the singular does. Muslims call this the plural of majesty. An example is Quran chapter 75 verses 1 to 4. In other words, when Allah speaks in the plural using we, He's expressing His multiplicity of power. The third person singular does not emphasize the power of God like the first person plural does. So there is a theological difference here between these two Qur'ans. Therefore, theologically speaking, in this verse, Allah is more powerful at removing sins in the Duri Quran than He is in the Hafs Quran. So my question is, which Allah is more powerful? The Allah